So today we will discuss mutualism. Mutualism in that relation is plus plus. Both the side beneficial relationship is there. So today we will try to complete the chapter. Mutualism. This is the interaction confers benefits on the both interacting species like represent an intimate mutualistic relationship between fungi and photosynthetic algae or known as cyanobacteria. Lichen is equal to algae plus fungi. Algae phycobiome and it is autotrophic. Fungi is mycobiome and it is heterotrophic. So here in lichen, symbiotic association between algae and fungi. So here what happened? Fungi absorb the moisture and give it to algae, and compensatory algae provide the food and shelter to the fungi. Similarly, the relation mycorrhizae means the root of plant plus fungi. But here the fungi is used that is of Glomus species. Same way in mycorrhizae, fungi absorb phosphorus and give it to the root of the plant. Without mycorrhizae, seed germination of pinus seed is impossible. Okay. So first example that is lichen. Second example that is mycorrhizae. These many points are there. Then mycorrhizae are association between the fungi and the roots of the higher plant. The fungi help the plant in the absorption of the essential nutrient from the soil, while the plant in turn provides the fungi with energy yield carbohydrate. The most spectacular and evolutionary fascinating example of mutualism are found in plant-animal relationship. Plants need the help of animals for pollinating. Okay? plant need the help of animals for pollinating their flowers and dispersing their seed. Animals obviously have to be paid fees for the service that plants expect from them. Plants offer rivers or fish in the form of pollen or nectar for pollinators and juicy and nutritious fruit for seed dispersers. So, plant provide nectar. Nectar means flower juice. Nectar as well as edible pollen grain to some of the animals, as well as it provide the juicy fruits. It provide the juicy fruits and nutritive fruits to seed dispersers. But the mutually beneficial system should also be safeguarded against cheaters. For example, animals that try to steal nectar without aiding in pollination. Some animals can intake the nectar but cannot help in pollination. Now you can see why plant-animal interaction often involve co-evolution of the mutualist, that is, evolution of the flower and its pollinator species are tightly linked with one another. In many species of fig tree, there is a tight one-to-one relationship with the pollinator species of wasp. So fig tree and wasp, associated relationship. It means that given fig species can be pollinated only by its partner wasp species and no other species. The female wasp use the fruit not only as an oviposition, egg-laying position site, but use of the developing seeds within the fruit for nourishing the larvae. The wasp pollinates the fig inflorescence while searching for suitable egg-laying sites. In return the favor of pollination, the fig offers wasp some of the developing seed as a food for the developing wasp larvae. Now the last topic, orchid. Orchid show bewildering diversity of floral pattern, many of which have evolved to attract the right pollinator insects, bees and bumblebees, and ensure guaranteed pollination by it. Not all orchid offer rivers. The Mediterranean orchid, please remember Ophrys or Ophrys. Ophrys employs sexual descent to get pollination done by species of bee. Here in orchid, some flower petals become bright in color just like a female body. So male bees attract towards these petals and copulate with them. As a result, pollination occurs. One petals of its flower bears an uncanny resemblance to the female of bee in size, color and markings. The male bee is attracted to what it perceives as a female. pseudocopulates. Actually, this is wrong copulation process. Male animal is living one, but female bee is not there. In orchid, some petals can be converted into attractive colors just like a female's body. And during this process is dusted with the pollen grain from the flower. When this same bee pseudocopulate with another flower, it transfers pollen grain to it and thus pollinates the flower. Here you can see how coevolution operates. See, if the female bee's color pattern can be changed during evolution, pollination succeed reduce unless orchid flower co-evolve to maintain the resemblance of its petal to the female bee. So here the female bee color will be changed, orchid flower color will also be changed. So that is known as co-evolution, right? So this is about mutualism. So chapter number 13 is over from